What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is super requested and I feel like I have waited forever to film it. But as some of you know, I am a senior in college, so sometimes exams get the best of me and things have to be put on hold. But I'm finally reviewing the AliExpress Flawless Knit leggings. And these leggings, they're not $20, no, they're not $15, they're $12. $12 leggings, and they are exactly like Gymshark. So these specific ones are from the Miss Who outdoor store on AliExpress. So a bunch of sellers sell these leggings at a bunch of different prices, but these are probably one of the cheapest prices, and they're really all the same leggings, so I don't know why you wouldn't go for these. And I'll have them linked down below, of course. Also, I'm wearing another Gymshark dupe sports bra. This is like the Energy Seamless sports bra. I'll link that down below as well, just because it's like a fun sports bra. And these are all the older colors. I don't think the AliExpress sellers have gotten the newer colors yet. So we have the blue, the orange, the like lilac, purple, lavender shade, and then black. And like I said, these are $12, and Gymshark sold their Flawless Knit for $55. So you're basically getting like a fifth of the price. So as for the material, they feel exactly like the Gymshark ones. I have the Gymshark ones and I'll do a comparison in a minute, but exactly the same. And if you aren't familiar with the Flawless Knit, they're kind of like an Energy Seamless type of fabric because they're very slick, but these are much thinner than the Energy Seamless and they don't really offer any compression. There's a bit of compression in the waistband because it is double thickness, but it is not nearly the amount of compression that you would get out of the Energy Seamless. So this makes for a very good, like, lightweight, stretchy legging. I personally love these. I think that they're great for like upper body days. If you like to keep your legs covered, but you don't want to like feel really hot, I think these are a great option. So these come in size small to large, and the sizing is a little different on each color from what I'm noticing. So stay tuned because I'm going over each color in depth in terms of how they fit, how stretchy they were, and if I recommend true to size or not. So the waistband on these, I personally love. It comes way above your belly button, so it's super high-waisted, but it's short enough that it doesn't like cut into your love handles in a weird place. It does offer some compression, like I said, because it is double thickness, but you're not going to get a ton of compression. And I wouldn't say that these necessarily have a ton of tummy control because the waistband only goes to like, it doesn't go to like your lower belly region, so it's not gonna suck you in as much as an Energy Seamless. But if you're not looking for anything compression, I really love this waistband. So as for the detailing, I will compare it to Gymshark, but it's exactly the same. So if you want to watch my in-depth review of the Gymshark one, you can go ahead and do that. But basically there's just a ton of very delicate eyelets on these leggings. So that being said, you really have to be careful getting these leggings on, especially if you have nails and you can kind of rip the holes. They are very delicate. Even the Gymsharks are very delicate. You can get some running in these, so definitely be careful. Also be sure to wash them in like a lingerie bag so that nothing catches on them because these are very delicate. Have I not mentioned they're very delicate? I wanted to do a quick side-by-side comparison. So these are the Gymsharks and these are the AliExpress, and there's like a tiny little color difference. You can see it on camera, but honestly, in person, they look exactly the same, like I'm looking at them with my own eyes. There's a few tiny differences, but as you can see, overall, the same. So the waistband is a tiny bit shorter on the Gymsharks. This little contour placement is also slightly different. Wow, the color looks so different, but I promise they're both exactly the same. This is so weird. The eyelet detailing is also the same. Obviously the Gymshark ones have a little Gymshark logo there, and the AliExpress ones don't. Also, the seam on the Gymshark ones matches the color of the leggings a lot better than the AliExpress ones. The AliExpress ones are darker, but I don't think that anyone would ever know. Okay, so here's the back. Eyelet detailing again is the same. The booty contour is a bit more pronounced on the AliExpress ones, but still very subtle. And the rest looks like exactly the same. There's a little shading on the bottom. There's a few tiny differences, but I don't think you would notice unless you put them side by side. So I'm gonna say exact dupe because like a seam color is not gonna throw anyone off. As for camel toe, you'll see each color, but I don't think this is really a problem with the Flawless Knit leggings. They are very thin, so you are going to get panty lines. So, and I would recommend wearing underwear with these just because I feel like they're so thin. But because they're a seamless legging, there's no like seam down the middle, so you're not really gonna have that like split camel type thing. As for cellulite, I did mention these are very lightweight leggings. They're very thin, so you're not going to get a whole lot of cellulite coverage with these, but with the darker colors, you're a little more saved from that. And with all the colors, actually there is a little lower booty contour type thing that adds a little extra compression right below the butt, so it kind of helps, like if you have that little double butt scenario, that definitely assists with that. But like, I wouldn't say these are your, you know, cellulite free compression leggings. Now onto the individual colors. So I first tried on the blue, which I have the actual Gymshark blues. And these feel exactly the same. I wear a size small, and these are a size small, and they fit just like my Gymshark ones. These are also super stretchy. I had no issue with like pulling or anything on this color. So yeah, these are definitely one of the stretchier colors. And as for squat proof, okay, so these leggings are very thin, and I've reviewed Gymshark's flawless knits, and none of them really are squat proof. So, but the difference is these are $12, and if these $12 leggings can't be squat proof, I can forgive that a little more than a pair of $55 leggings. I have worn the blues on a leg day at the gym, and I personally am okay with it. Some of the other colors I wouldn't recommend doing a leg day, but I would give the blues about a 7 out of 10 for squat proofness. So they're definitely not fully squat proof, but they're also not like, they're not like the yellow flawless knits from actual Gymshark. Okay, and now for the orange. So the orange was kind of weird because these felt like much tighter than the blues. Like they almost felt like a different size. So if you're between sizes or you just don't like your leggings too tight, I would definitely recommend sizing up in the orange. So I have a small in the orange, but I really wish I had a medium. So I also feel like the fabric on the orange ones is slightly less stretchy, so maybe a little bit more stiff. And because these were so kind of like stiff and stretched out on me, the squat proofness wasn't great. They were like, I'd give this probably like a 3 out of 10 squat proof, but I also would recommend sizing up in these, and I had the orange Gymshark ones, and those were very sheer as well. Okay, the blacks I actually give them a 9 out of 10 squat proof. In front of my ring light, you can see like the tiniest bit of skin, but I wore them to a leg day, and like I looked in the mirror, I could see absolutely nothing. The sizing on the black ones I'd say is the same as the orange. So I've mentioned this before about darker colored leggings. I think that when there's a lot of dye in the leggings, they just become a more stiff fabric. So the black ones definitely are less stretchy than the blue. And I would also say size up in these. They just felt like pretty tight on me. They fit in the waistband, but like the whole legging, I just felt like it was very stiff and tight. So I would definitely say size up because of that, just like the orange. And the lavender, again, these are a very light color. They're not very squat proof. I'd say about a 4 out of 10. You can probably wear some nude undies, it'd be fine, but I would probably stick to an upper body day for these. And with these, they are also super stretchy and felt just like the blues. So I would definitely say true to size for these lavender ones. They were super stretchy and very comfy. So overall for sizing, I would say true to size on the blue and the lavender. And if you are worried or you're in between sizes, I would say size up on the orange and the black. I don't know how that is for other AliExpress stores, but definitely for the Miss Who store, which are the cheapest ones, I would say size up on the black and the orange. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it. If you like my Gymshark dupe videos, or just my dupe videos, or just my videos, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!